Hello, this is a game played on IGS between 8 players, and white managed a very convincing win by killing the lower left corner and also managed to build a huge left side altogether. So this stage, when black resigned, white was about 75-80 points ahead. So pretty good decision for black to resign. Well, he could do that earlier. So let's check it out. Black is playing the low Chinese Fuseki. It's rare to see this kind of pattern nowadays, but it's still playable. White approaches the top. That's a very common way to approach the Chinese Fuseki. Back in the day, it was very popular to play a middle side extension at k4 or approach n4 and extend back to k4. Also, it's possible for white to approach at n3 and extend on the third line to be more territorial. Other ways to attack the Chinese Fuseki is to attach at q4. This would be the AI top choice. If white plays a move like q5, this is very convenient for black because white doesn't have room to extend ideal as long as black has a stone in the middle of the side, so white is forced to play a tight extension, a narrow base, and that's uncomfortable, over concentrated. Therefore, it's not recommended to play q5. And in this case, AI came up with the idea to play the attach because it's much easier to fix a base or create a sabaki. So if black plays the hane in the corner to keep the side, then white counter hane, atari connect, black defends the corner, white pushes one time and extend for a base. So this way white will set up a moe on the bottom. White can keep pushing and hane, then double hane, and in this case again white is going to set up a huge moe on the bottom side, but black keeps the right side. Anyway, overall this feels pretty okay for white, as black had the stones in the lower right corner already in place. Now if black plays the hane on the outside, white can hane in the corner, then simply connect and leave in the corner. Then black has to switch to the bottom area for a moyo, but white can still cut at b5 and fight later on. So this is also quite comfortable for white. But anyway, in the actual game, white played the top approach, and that's absolutely fine. So it's good to remember the alternative moves like approach n4 and 3, which is pretty much the same idea, or attach q4, which is the AI aggressive style of play. So black chose a pincer. Most of the time here black simply defends q14, then white invades the Sansan, and now black has to choose whether to block the side and play away, or separate all the way, then block the right side. In which case this feels quite comfortable for white, because white gets to develop in the top, also took away the corner, and it's still a ko in the corner. So if white plays another move now, the group leaves unconditional, but white can leave the group hanging in a ko and simply develop other areas on the board. So what happens here, black is focused on one side while white develop pretty much all over the board. So this is a much faster pace for white in the Fuseki. That's why nowadays we don't see it so often. So black played a pincer in order to prevent white's moyo in the top. That makes sense. White simply jumps in the corner, but white can consider the double approach. So when black attaches, white hane, go up and then invade the corner. This way white creates more agi, keeps black piece in the top, so white scoop out the corner and also keep center. So in this case white can go for a shimari in the top left, or approach the bottom side as before, to set up the moe on the bottom. But well, white chose a very calm variation, simply take the corner. With the double approach, black can also consider the attach on the other side, and again here white can directly go Sansan and sacrifice the stone on the side, or if white really wants to damage the right side and also go into the corner but keep the right side connected, white can attach again, then connect, and then fix the base on the right. Now having the stone at 0.17 still keeps agi in the top because white can push and cut, so black might add another move like this, or a shoulder hit, and white it's sent again and plays away, either approaching the top to prevent the moyo becoming too large, or attach as we've seen before, or approach from the outside, or simply play a shimari. All these moves are possible. So back to the original game: Sansan, direct invasion, Nobi, and Keima. So once again, white can play the Hane first in order to set up a platform that it's impossible to cut and capture. Black needs to protect either solid or push under. White extends for a base, and black plays another move to keep his outside thickness safe. Then again, white can play a shimari, well, whichever shimari white likes, or attach the corner or approach the bottom side, or even make his own Chinese Fuseki, high or low. There are so many options, but in general it's common to play the Hane and connect. I mean, the old-fashioned Joseki, it's connect solid, white jumps out, then black either adds another move to stay safe in the top, or expands the moya in the top and then Keima, but this way white can still activate the Agi. And in a few moves white can live inside the top, but it doesn't have to happen right away. So white decides to Keima, then black puts pressure. Black can think about the Kusumitsuke here also, and then Hane, connect, and leave the position like this, the wall is much stronger, and then approach the top. And now go for the most open sides. So Keima to stay ahead, white pushes under, white can push this way and then clamp. Now if black connects, white connects under. If black goes down, white can also approach like this to cut or link under. So if black separates all the way, white will just cut and capture everything. Or white can cut directly and get a strong group on the outside, then attack the 4 stones in the wall. This would be quite aggressive, so it gets dangerous for black. Therefore black will connect solid, accept the link under, and then play away. But this will give a bigger corner for white. So black extends. It's still good for white to turn, it creates some agi. Even if white doesn't cut right away here, there's a peep that white can use later on. Also push in center, and in the top usually white will just Hane and connect. So simply going down, black will separate, and black's position is quite strong. Hane and connect still creates agi in the top because white can descend and then use the stones to live inside black's moyo. But again, this doesn't have to happen immediately. Well, in general it's okay for white to play something in the top right corner, but the group is already alive, so white can also play away. But the thing is, black can descend in center here, so white has to answer everything to stay alive in the corner. That's why if for black it's important to go at Q18 in center, white should use Q18 and connect. Also center, so it's a double center and then play away. So white goes down, okay. Then white takes a shimari in the top left corner. That's a pretty big point. Well, it's a little bit endgame to play the R19 and connect immediately, and black is wasting cotres like that. And the turn is goated. So let's see what happens if white pushes, then push again, and even one more time, instead of protecting the top, and now play away. Well, one peep might be an interesting probe, then extend. The thing is, if black pushes and captures one stone in the corner, white is still alive. So white has enough room to make twice, which means white can discard that cornerstone. White doesn't need to play T18. It's better to turn and push to live in center in the top and then play away. I mean, for white it's more interesting to catch a point like k4 in Fuseki than defend s18, which doesn't harm the group anyway. So this is pretty much a reflex defense. That's why for black the timing of playing r19 is just too early. It should happen much later in the game. So black turns, white protects extremely tight. White should extend all the way to the middle of the side. It's very common, especially against Chinese Fuseki, to limit black's moyo, but this f3 is also a fine move. Usually black plays a shoulder hit, and if white blocks, black will jump out. If white blocks here, black jumps, so it keeps white low and also increases the bottom moyo. But k4 is also a good directional play. So white came up with the tsuke in the corner. That's also a nice idea. So usually it's q4, because if black nobi, white goes down, black blocks, hane, protect, hanging connection, one atari, then jump out with shoulder hit. So this is a way to make sabaki. If black doesn't play the atari and takes away the base by playing r7, white can hane. This gives some I shape in the corner right away. Then keima to jump out and extend in the center. So it's very easy for white to make I shape inside black's moyo. Anyway, not a bad idea to play the attach either. And black should actually nobi or hane because the outside is more interesting than scooping or taking the corner. So here cross cut, if black extends, atari under, descent, and just allow black white live small in the corner and take the outside. This is more interesting for black than the few points in the corner. So playing like this, white is invited to damage more on the side. Oh, that's just too easy. Turn is very good, and extend. Already white can extend for a base. And it's very comfortable to live inside. It's still fine to push once again. Black should actually extend again, and then white makes a base. Trying to take away the base with s5, it's a bit too low. So white is happy to simply nobi, for example, and if black plays here, white will go inside the bottom and separate k4. If white keeps scrolling here like this, black rolling to connect, white can press down. So again, it's very comfortable for white to live inside. White even builds a territory like 20 points. Something similar happened in the game. Oh, hane in the head of two stones, it's fine too, but it can be a little bit risky. Black can cut and fight, which he did. Descent is very good. Atari under should be played instantly. And then white can think about the semi, but if white just plays here to take away the base, black will turn, push again. Oh wait, tuck, it's 4 against 4. Atari connect. White wins the semi. The thing is, black can hane first, white atari connect, and then white needs to jump out. So if white connects, then the liberties should be okay. Or is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's still okay for white. This can result into a seki. Yeah, okay, this is tricky. So back to the original game, which means anyway, this atari is good, but white has to come out. Now black needs to connect under, and white can try atari and go out between the groups, the driving Tetsuji. But like this, white discards the stones on the right side, but makes a lot of territory on the left side. Or simply jump out, then keep the edge of these guys. No Tetsuji, it's an option too. Push along and pull back. So white sacrifice is actually fine, because black played both inside and outside to capture 4 stones, and they are not even that big. And in the meantime, this k4 remains in thin and under attack. So Atari first. Also the Atari on the first line is good for white to give black a terrible shape and no eyes, and then jump out, make some liberties here in order to keep the pressure on the corner. So here black has to come back and protect, white will push through. If black covers, white can go for the kill. Already white seems to have enough liberties. Even though I'm not so sure. Let's see. This can be ko. White needs a very big cut right here, and it's too early to fight this ko. I mean, even if white pushes, black will catch, white pushes again, and black will try to kill the other stones. So the ko, it's too early. Therefore, white decided to sacrifice the bottom stones and just stay safe on the right side. Here black can extend again. Then white has to cover to protect against the cutting points. Playing the turn, this leaves more co threats. White can turn, then no B, and so on. Hane is an option too, and then Hane again. That's actually very good IG2. Hane one more time, Atari under, Atari again, Atari here, and extend. Here white will leave under, and black still needs to protect. But white can keep it in reserve. So white decided to leave on the right side and protect against p5 cut. That's very good. Black connects, push, very nice, keep pushing, and should also Hane here. It's just natural to play the Hane in order to lean on black stones. If black no B, then proceed with a squeeze play. So when this Hane is played, if black cuts, white will always sacrifice, because white is already strong on the outside, and Atari once, and connect under. This way white leaves under, black needs to connect also, and then white can start attacking the middle group. So the prospects of this game in the middle look very nice for white. And another option here, when white plays the Hane, black is supposed to capture the two stones, Atari, take, and connect. Now this middle stone is also hurt because it looks like a peep at a cutting point. So back to the original game, white simply jumps out. Now with this jump, black can no B and then stress the group in the middle, so white needs to jump again. That's why it's good to Hane once. If black ignores this kind of Hane and captures this stone, for example, to get rid of the edge on the bottom, white has Atari and hanging connection. So black is very low on the right side, and white still got a pretty nice shape in the middle to rescue the group. So remember to play Q9 Hane first. No B, jump, it's a good shape, and no B again. Well, this way white is a little bit more restrained in the middle. So push. White doesn't have to block. There are only two stones and it's gote for black to capture. So if white extends in the top, black will go for the two stones, white blocks, and black captures either like this or Atari. Then white grabs another big point. So for two stones, white got a stone in the top and an extension on the left side, and white builds, I don't know, 40 points instead of just 4. This is a reflex block. And again, these moves are just endgame for black, so it's good to sacrifice. There are only 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points total, because it also damages a little bit in the corner, but it's gote. And in the meantime, white grabs this area and a lot on the left side. So defend. Black pushes here to ruin his co-threads. Connecting under is super slow. And it's not necessary because black is alive on the right, it's alive on the bottom. So black right now should expand the top side or invade the left. That's more urgent. So this connection, white got a big point trying to escape with that guy. This one is threatening to Atari and capture, so white can protect and make I shape, very good. Then black is trying to capture that stone. Now for white it's no longer interesting to try to damage the Moyo, because An extension in the top from the Shimari is nice, and it prepares the slide, so black might block, and then an extension on the left side, either like this or middle side extension. And this way white got the Shimari with two extensions in the top and the left side. That's an ideal shape. Besides, white gets to control the entire left side. So black answered anyway. White connects his stones in the middle. Well, it's too much effort to play all those stones in the middle just to reduce black potential, but black also jump in the center and it feels completely neutral. Whoa, that's a little bit too optimistic. Normally, just extend on the 4 line. This is the kind of Fuseki point to play. Playing on the 6 line, black will come under. If white attacks, black makes a base. If white attacks from this side, black makes a base this way. So a move like f10, it's a bit too much. It's an overplay. But going back to the extension on the 3rd line is fine. But now there are 2 moves instead of 1. So just play 1 move. If black plays away, take another big point instead of doubling up the extension. Finally, white got that move too. Anyway, at this stage, white looks really good because the left side, if white builds all that area, it's like 5 times 19 points. So it's close to 100 points only in that particular side. And the other groups, they don't even matter. They are a few points each. So white can build over 100 points. And for black, all those stones in the middle, they are a chain of neutral points. So this is already pretty much game over. White keeps everything connected. That's fine. Solid eye shape. This capture is small. Well, there is not much to be done. After playing this move, white should actually go down, threatening to connect under or jump to reduce more, or hane and leave it like this, then expand the middle. Those are sente exchanges. So white keeps building the left side. That's very good. Here it shows fighting spirit to push and cut and build more. But with 100 points in pocket, white is fine. More left side. Now black is doomed in the corner. Very good decision to play d2. Then white should simply block. This is already the L formation. Even there is no stone at c4, we can imagine there is one, and this will be the L shape. And when black plays any kind of move in the corner, this group will die. Only one eye. So no need to play the key point, just block and restrain the vital space. Well, it's still room only for one eye. Atari it's not necessary, just extend. Usually when crosscut, extend. It doesn't matter if black plays some Ataris, the group will still die locally. Now go back. Then white should hane and kill more. Actually, white doesn't have to Atari, just extend. And the stones will die inside. So the corner is already dead. Well, they died anyway. But that's because black didn't connect here. So white can Atari, then go down. Now black can double Atari, but this will only capture one stone as a consolation. So here black had the time to connect, but white has good timing to play Atari and cut. If black Atari is from behind, white takes more profit. Atari connect, and white can still cut some stones. But like this, black is safe for a while. Black could protect here, and now it's all connected. Playing this way, white will push through and cut. This way, black still dies faster. It's not necessary to play h2. Keep going up and separate and kill all. There is no way for black to do any kind of magic here. The group will just die inside. So black had a chance to protect again, but he didn't. So white pushed and captured back those stones. Now when this happened, black should have resigned the game. Now this is not a move white needs to answer. The corner is dead, the middle is dead, white has eyes, so white should just block the top. White is playing moves inside his own territory just to show black that there is no way to escape. And all these moves are actually minus, because now if white plays here and black adds another move, that's still one eye. and white can play other moves to build territory in different places. This is not necessary because anyway if black plays h3 will put himself in Atari, so if white plays away and black goes here, which is Atari, white will capture. If black Atari from the outside, white connects, black is in Atari anyway. If Hane, white blocks, no problem. So going down h1 is just 1 point in Gote. Vital point, very good, so the group is dead. This block is not necessary, there is no way to build an eye around f1. So play away, let black jump, play away, let black play here, capture more stones. These are all false eyes, and it's just a waste for black. And all his efforts are completely in vain. Now it's proper for black to for white to defend e18 for 5 more points. But this is a Gote sequence for black, so it didn't affect the outcome of the game. And that was it. White wins by a lot. Nah, nothing is happening from here. Black's desperate attempt to kill the top right corner, those are just Cotrets. And white should actually protect here. Otherwise, black can Atari and connect. So playing this move damages 1 point. Black and Atari. If white connects, black connects, white loses the tail. It's impressive black never played this Atari. I mean, if Atari here, black will capture and anyway kills everything. But it's still a big win for white. So that's white's oversight. And that was it. Well done. Pretty convincing win. Congrats.